Hi, would you like to know where you are in your spiritual journey? This will be essential to you. Suppose if you are on your spiritual path and you would like to know where you are actually heading. Okay, so for this video we have five different options. Let me share with you what they are. The first option it is this little antique kind of box. Okay, it's a simple antique box. The next option is this battery. Okay, the next is this little torch. It actually works. Okay, yes, yeah, it does work. Okay, and then we have this Fevi stick. Don't tell me whether I use this or not. And the final option is this cloth clip. Okay, so you may feel, oh, what sort of options are these? I usually try to, yes, I am trying to include options that are easy to recognize. And yes, so there's nothing too much fancy about them, because then your choices can actually diverge to something different. So I just try to include some normal day-to-day options. Okay, how do you have to select these options? So once you, yes, I will be putting all the options in a clip in some time. Try to select one option that your mind is getting attracted towards. Yes, yes, you have to keep in mind that this is something about your spiritual journey, and which option is calling out to you. Select that option and then watch the corresponding video from the timestamps below. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, so yes, so for all the options for you are here. Okay, so just in case if you selected this antique box, let's see what do the cards have to say for you. Okay, so where you are in your spiritual journey. So see, the cards are saying that at one point you will feel that you are master of your emotions. Okay, your emotions are super steady. At other point, you will also feel that you have very good mastery over your mind. Okay, the next we have this card. It says Atlanteans possessed computer technology beyond your wildest dreams or imaginations. Crystal technology combined. The spiritual hierarchy allowed us to develop technology at this time so that we have more time for relaxation and spiritual contemplation. Do not be over reliant on technology, but use it to give yourself time for your personal growth. Okay. Alternatively, this card may suggest that there are more possibilities in life that you have yet to develop. Okay. So, yes, you may be addicted to technology. Okay. Watching too many videos, chatting too much with WhatsApp, or yes, using too much of social media, Facebook, Insta. See, all of these are good, but spending more time than necessary on these is not going to be good for you. Okay, so then we have this card of Buddha. It says that yes, non-violence, attainment of nirvana, all of this should be your goals. Okay, non-violence, detachment from worldly temptations. I do feel that worldly temptations is something that you still have to learn to detach, because even about the technology and social media I told you, at the same time there are some more detachments that are needed. Okay, readiness and ability to pass knowledge on to others. Okay, so okay, so you have to have the ability to pass on the knowledge. So you have to have the readiness that you want to start to share knowledge with people. It is not essential that it has to be just spiritual knowledge. It can be any knowledge. Okay, but you have to develop the readiness to share knowledge with people. Also, non-violence and detachment to temptations. What are the detachments that we are talking about? It is I think something about your breakup. Maybe you broke up recently or some time back. Still, that sorrow of breaking off that relationship is still there. Okay, you have not learned to move on. You have not learned to make peace with it. Okay, this says that, yeah, it is Seven of Pentacles, and it says that mm, it is actually time for you to have patience. Okay, when you have grown something, okay, this guy is cutting off the leaves. Okay, and Seven of Pentacles is actually waiting for something to fructify. Okay, so you have to wait for certain fruits to, yes, to attain certain fruits in your meditation journey, in your spiritual journey. I feel that you are losing your patience sometimes in your spiritual journey. Yes, while you're following all of that, you may lose your patience and you may feel like giving up, okay, giving up your spiritual journey altogether. But yes, plus we have this card, okay. This card says that no matter whatever happens, till you live, you have to continue your spiritual journey, okay. Let's see the meaning behind, okay. Mm, till you live, it is essential that you live a life where you are connected totally with God, okay? And whatever state of being one remembers, when, yes, this state he will attain without fail. So it is important that you constantly stay connected with a spiritual, with your spiritual path, so that, yes, till you live, you are constantly reminding yourself of God and your connection with God. Okay. So, yes, so that is the reading for you. Okay. Um, your attachments to certain things, I also feel, are you attached to non vegetarian food, or are you attached to the idea that you should not be having non vegetarian food if you want to progress on your spiritual path? Sometimes just that idea is also a kind of attachment. Okay, because Swami Vivekanand, he also was a very very great spiritual master, and he used to eat non-vegetarian food. And see, he had several reasons why he was having it. He used to visit out of India countries, and it was difficult for him to find vegetarian options, so he used, in order to survive, he used to have it. So your this card says don't cling on to the idea too much that you should be vegetarian in order that you want to progress like steadily on your spiritual path. Okay, so yes, and if you are not into eating non-vegetarian food, you still may hog on to this idea. Okay, this idea may totally engulf you that others, if others are eating non-vegetarian food, you are getting bugged by it. Okay, because it's your thought, it's your belief that if somebody is spiritual, they don't have to eat it at all. That is your opinion, right? That is your opinion. That is the idea that you have clung on to, which you just cannot let go. So this is where you are supposed to let it go and not fight with others and not let others down just because they are doing something that you don't like. Okay, so yes, so I hope that this video helps you. Let me know in the comments, how did this video help you? Okay, I will see you again in my next video. Okay, so just in case if you selected the battery, let's see where you are in your spiritual journey. Okay, so from the cards, I do feel that you are not at a very very well progressed state, but emotionally you are connected, you are committed to attaining a good level on this spiritual path. Okay, so yes, we do see that. Okay, you are just in your infancy. Okay, you are just in a very just the beginner state in your spiritual journey. This thing says that your journey has already begun. At the same time, if you had wandered off your path, this card is reminding you that again, re-establish the connection with your spiritual path. Okay, this one says, it's the card for blessing. It says your guidance is to bless everyone you meet today. Blessings, silent or aloud, allow a divine light to flow from you to others, whether friends, enemies, strangers. So you are at a very basic level in your spiritual journey where you still have not gotten over the idea that other people also have good qualities, you also can have bad qualities, you also can have this observation where you are constantly finding out faults in people. Okay, so this is your basic. See, when I'm saying this, don't feel bad, don't feel offended, because everybody comes to this point, when they are beginning their spiritual journey. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay, only thing is you have to start working on it. Okay, so what should you work on? Whoever is around you, you have to start blessing them. Okay, though you don't say those blessings aloud, on the inside you have to say out those blessings. Let's say throughout the day you were not much conscious about when you criticized somebody, when you blurted out some bad words for others in your mind. But when you realize this at the end of the day or throughout at any time of the day, try to send blessings silently towards them. And yes, if you actually blurted out some bad words aloud, go and apologize. Apologizing and yes, confessing one's own bad deeds is actually the biggest hindrance when you are a beginner. That would be the most difficult things to do, but yes, you have to start doing it. Okay, we have this card for Lord Ram. Fidelity in marriage, obedience as virtue, security, name and status, adherence to truth, keeping one's word. Okay, adherence to truth and keeping one's word. I think this is something that's important to you. Yes, you may be a person who says something, and after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours, you are not into it. You say, oh, I did tell you, I did promise you that I will do it, but now I don't feel like doing it. So this card says you have to build the power of your word. Okay, so how does your word become powerful? When you start doing everything that you say. And in order that you develop that very strong feeling that you have to do whatever you say, you will actually say things consciously. Okay, you will not actually say just anything. You will say things only after thinking. This will take some time, but yes, you will slowly do it. Purification of the subtle force centers. Okay, ascension of the divine kundalini. Okay, so I do feel that your kundalini has actually has stirred up, and happiness and fulfillment in the world, divine ecstasy of the transcendent reality, purification, subtle forces, ascension of divine. Your kundalini has begun ascending. Okay, so it has stirred up, it has begun ascending. So maybe the next option, the next port that you have to reach is your root chakra. Okay, your mool adhar chakra. Okay, one thing that is being told here is, whenever you have any situation where you are going against your will, okay, maybe you have developed this, that you just keep on going against your will because people have told you that no, your heart is, you should never listen to yourself, just try to listen to others, you'll be fine, listen to your elders, you will never go wrong. So I think you have listened to that a lot, which makes you very much, yes, you try to walk on a path where you're not supposed to walk, where you're not happy walking. Okay, and this card says you need to find a guru. Okay, we have the high priest card. You are supposed to find a guru, and you will soon find a guru. Okay, just because we have this card. At the same time, till you don't find your actual guru, you can consider somebody, some saint or some spiritually evolved person as your guru. Okay, you can also consider your god as your guru. Okay, this thing says Whatever purposes are served by a small pond are achieved by the great reservoirs of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas are accomplished by one who knows God. Okay, so yeah, we do have the mention of Vedas. You can actually learn Vedas. Okay, that's a very huge topic. You can't just learn it in an instant, but just because we have this, you can actually start learning them. Okay, and learning the Vedas will help you to, yes, it will help you to immensely grow on your spiritual path. Okay, yes, and you can actually start studying the Vedas at the same time. If you start connecting with God, if you start believing more and more in God. Okay, I do have a beautiful book about prayer power, where you can increase your connection with God. If you want that book, I'll be placing a link below this video, so you can just download it from there. Okay, so once you, yes, you download it and you learn how to connect deeper and deeper with God. It can be that your God is from any religion, but yes, it will help you. Okay, connecting more and more deeper with your God is also going to help you. Yes, yes, it's going to make your spiritual path easier. Doubting soul. But the ignorant and faithless person who doubts the truth will forever be lost. The doubting soul is happy neither in this life or the next. See, I do see that you have a doubting nature. Okay, whatever you are actually following, okay, whatever path you are following, whatever practices you are doing, at certain times you start doubting yourself whether you are doing that right or not, or whether that thing is actually going to work or not. This card says that your doubts are actually going to, yes, they are going to make you, yeah, lag behind in your journey. Yes, doubting in your God will actually make you lag behind in your journey. Believing in your God will help you speed up on the path of your spiritual journey. Okay, so yes, so I think this is it. Okay, let me know how did you like this reading. Let me know in the comments. Share this video as much as you can with as many people. And yeah, blessing. Okay, we saw this, right? This touches them to with love and helps to open up their hearts for bless food, water, animals, and trees, knowing that you are lighting up the world around you. Okay, so suppose yes, start blessing food, water, animals, people, trees around you. Bless as much as you can. Okay, remember, all you give returns to you multiplied. Use your power to light up the world. So yes, this has to be your attitude. Okay, I'll see you again in my next video. Okay, so just in case if you selected this little torch, okay, it's a toy torch, okay, but it still lights up. Okay, it still is going to light up a little. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so the first card we have is the Three of Wands. Okay, where are you in your spiritual journey? So this card says it's the Three of something, Three of Wands. So I do feel you have opened your three chakras. Okay, you have opened your basic three chakras, or you are looking forward to opening them. Okay, somehow the ideas of opening all the seven chakras is bewildering and you're not yet ready to go there. Okay, you're not ready to open all the seven chakras, but yes, opening the first three chakras is what is doable for you for now. This card says birth crystals. Okay, if you draw this card, you are guided to strengthen and your connection with home, which may mean meditating into a stellar, yeah, meditating on your stellar origins. Alternatively, it may suggest that you explore your background and ancestral heritage. You may even need to put down more roots to enhance your feelings of belonging, which you can do by meeting few people, depending friendships, or developing interests locally. Okay, so yes, so we have, one second. Okay, so this card says that you need to strengthen your connection to your home. So this home is from where your soul came. Okay, so ultimately the soul came from God. Okay. And yes, there is a kind of illusion that God is separate from you. Okay. And there is some place where God is, you are not there yet. So you have to strengthen your connection with God so that yes, you can actually become more and more aligned on your spiritual path. Okay. You may even need to put down more roots to enhance your feelings of belonging. Also, you may require to ground yourself. Okay, grounding may be necessary, which you can do by meeting new people, deepening friendships, and developing interests locally. Okay, so yes, grounding is a problem for you. So you need to start being a lot more social, start meeting people, developing interests, and yeah, do that. Maybe also working. Okay, working and earning money also is a kind of grounding. Your guidance is to do and make something creative. However, you express this. You are called on to channel your divine energy into the unique, beautiful, harmonious, and original. Take this opportunity to develop all your senses. Okay. So somehow, yes, it is important that you even pay attention to your five senses. So many times I have seen people where they totally ignore their five senses, because yeah, we just have to develop spiritually. You cannot develop on your spiritual path if you are ignoring your physical body. Okay, so ignoring your physical body, behaving bad, not eating food properly, okay, not taking care of your health, that's not going to help you go higher on spiritual path. You are going to experience everything that's of spiritual nature through this body. You're not supposed to misbehave. You're not supposed to you're not supposed to undernourish it. You have to keep it well nourished. Okay, this card say is about Kamdev. Okay, Kamdev is about your sexual energy, freedom from desire, success in love or romance, enhanced sexual. Yeah, somehow this says, you have some sexual desire but you are ignoring it. Okay, and ability to amuse and make people laugh, enhanced sexual something, yes, enhanced sexual performance. So somehow, you are ignoring your sexual energy, whereas you are having quite a strong sexual desire. The cards say that if you are going to just suppress your feelings, it's not going to help you. Okay. Yes. So just accept that energy. So many spiritual people, they are ashamed of their sexuality. You're not supposed to be ashamed of it if you are sexually active. That is what nature has made it. God has given to you that. Okay. So you just cannot deny it. You just cannot start hating yourself for it. This is the card for knowledge of the law, righteousness in action, overcoming the fear. Yes, somehow you need to overcome the fear of death, steadfastness in the face of judgment. Okay, yes, it is about the fear of death. You may have that fear. That fear is, you will have that fear when you are yet to open your root chakra. Okay, once you open your Mool Adhar chakra, you will be able to overcome that fear. So yes, even when you start to overcome that fear, when you try to overcome that fear by yourself, you are going to be more likely to open your root chakra quicker. Okay. This card shows yes, an urgent need to run away. You have this in you. Okay. So just because you are so strongly wanting to go on a spiritual path, you want to evolve quickly. Okay, it shows that you just want to run away from you want to keep everything aside, you want to run away and start working speedily on your spiritual path. Okay, this card says, even if you try to run away, when you are working on your spiritual path, there is still going to be awareness that yes, this material world exists. You are supposed to do something about it also. Even if you are running away from the materialistic world, you are still going to have the sexual desire. Okay, so don't think that if you run away from the normal reality, you won't have your sexual desire. It's not that way. The next card is for sacrifice. Okay. Any action that is not performed as a sacrifice to God is source of bondage to the material world. So anything that you do, okay, anything that you do, you eat food, you go and meet people, try to just try to just say that, try to just think that you are doing that act for, yes, for God. Okay. Performed as a sacrifice to God is source of bondage to the material world. Suppose you are eating, that also you have to just surrender to God. Or whatever food you are eating, you first have to surrender to God and then eat. So that will not bring bondage. Carry out your prescribed duties as sacrifice. Okay, remaining unattached to the results. Yes, you're supposed to do that as a sacrifice, something that you're doing for God. Beautiful picture. So this is for the burning fire. Okay, once pure consciousness is covered by the eternal enemy lust, which takes many forms and burns like an insatiable fire. So which again points out that something about your sexual energy. You may be too hyperactive for your sexual desire, and you may actually not know how to deal with it because it's just getting out of control. Okay, so the first thing I would like to say is, even if you are indulging with your partner, just try to surrender that act to your God. Okay, I know you may not have heard something like this, but yes, try to just surrender it. Yeah, definitely your partner has to be ready for it. Once it is happening with both of your consent, then just try to surrender it, and try to avoid yourself from indulging more into such pictures, such movies, which is making your desire, yeah, a lot more stronger. Okay, so something that you are letting your eyes see, you're letting yourself indulge into, and then you're not giving it. Your mind is going to take over, and it's not going to allow you to stay at peace when all of that desire is still there. This is the card for seed of creation. This says, okay, God is everywhere. God is everywhere, inside you, outside you. So suppose even if you are indulging into your sexual desire, that is also somewhere that God only has given to you, which does not mean that you start crazily indulging in that desire. But once you accept it that way, that desire, that unwanted, that hungriness, it will actually go away. Okay, so yes, so this is the reading. Okay, I hope that you like it. If you have liked this video, hit the like button and let me know in the comments how did you like this video. Okay, I'll see you again in my next video. Okay, so just in case if you have selected this, let's see where you are in your spiritual journey. Okay, so the first thing is, I do feel you have yet not begun your spiritual journey. You are still to begin, because this card shows that you have too many fears surrounding beginning this spiritual journey, because you feel that, you just feel that anybody who goes into spirituality, they never come back, they just get lost in that illusion. You may have this kind of mentality, because of which you are stopping yourself from getting into spiritual practices. Okay, at the same time, this card shows you have got several setbacks, several challenges, which is actually pushing you towards starting your spiritual journey. Okay, yes, spiritual journey doesn't come easy. It doesn't come like on its own. It comes to you when a lot of suffering is happening, a lot of setbacks, a lot of things that are happening that are not tolerable. Okay, so when all of this happens all at once, that is where you are going to be ready to walk on your spiritual path. Okay, so maybe in a way you are you are on the spiritual path, but you're not wanting to go in. Okay, let's see. Yes, we still have more cards. I will try to share with you what exactly that means. Education. Okay, so drawing this card suggests that you open yourself to new learnings. See, I told you that you are tying yourself. You don't want to go into spirituality. This says that you have to be open to learning by relaxing and absorbing information rather than the old logical structured way. Yes, you are very much staying too focused, too much rigid in your structured kind of thinking. Okay. Alternatively, it may be time for you to teach others. Okay, see, I have learned this step that whatever you cannot believe, whatever you cannot accept readily, you start teaching that to others. And that is why when you start teaching it, you like teach it 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. That is how your mind automatically starts accepting that idea. Okay, so that is also a good way how you can start accepting spiritual stuff, spiritual path. Okay. Yes, the cards are saying that if you are trying to teach somebody something, try that wisdom comes from within and not from books. Okay, see, first you learn from books, you try to practice it, you try to experience certain things, and then when that knowledge starts flowing from within, that is what is called inner wisdom. Okay, you just don't have to mug up everything from the books and start teaching that. Not that way. Okay, this card is about Brahma, instills creativity, overcoming infertility, happiness in this world, aids in the learning process. So this card says that you have to start learning. Okay, definitely you will be learning from books, but you are not supposed to teach from books. Okay, but learning time, it's totally doable. You start learning from books. And this card is, yes, it's of the goddess. Peace of mind. Okay, peace of mind, spiritual knowledge, greater. So yes, so these are some things that what you can read is told to you. You can read spiritual books, you can read books about mind, how to control your mind. Power of subconscious mind is a good book. And ability to please all the gods. Okay, so yes, something about the gods also you can read. This is the King of Swords. Okay, so somehow this card says your mind is a very sharp and very powerful. Yes, this is the reason why it is difficult for you to take over it. Okay, but yes, just because we have this card, it is telling you your mind is really powerful. If you start using it in a good way, you are going to be, you will be able to do all of this, you know, whatever is being told to you. This card says avoid being alone. Okay, avoid being alone because yes, always try to be with somebody. Try to be with somebody who is like-minded, somebody whom you like to be with. Yeah, emotionally also, don't try to feel that you are alone in this world and all of that stuff, because that's not that way. Okay, but at the same time, this card is saying that of many thousands of men, one will attempt to reach perfection, and of the few who reach this goal, only a rare soul will perhaps know God. Okay, so yes, somehow this card says you are trying to be that rare soul who knows God. Okay, but at the same time, you just don't have to think that you are the only one who will be able to achieve this goal, because yes, that would be your ego. Okay, because if you have more people on this journey, it would be much more better. This is about sense control. One who is able to withdraw the senses from their objects, like a tortoise drawing its limbs within its shell, is firmly established in wisdom. Okay, so slowly you will be able to learn to reach this state where whenever you are, yes, whenever any sense objects is trying to tie you up, you're just trying to withdraw from it, like how tortoise does. And wombs of misery. Okay, so this is about Krishna and Arjun. From contact with sense objects are the wombs of misery. They both have beginning and an end, and thus the wise take no delight in them. Contact of with sense objects. Okay, sense objects. Sense objects is something that, yes, gives you sensual pleasure. Okay, if you are too much indulgent into the materialistic reality, like, yes, you too much you go out with friends, too much you are into the news, too much you watch television, if you do anything too much, that is where you are trying to contact with the sense objects. Okay, so that is where you get miserable. You know yourself that you get miserable, right? At the same time, just being very much alone with yourself is also not working out. So you have to try to bring a balance between that. Okay, don't try to yes, indulge too much into sensory pleasures. Also, don't try to completely withdraw from it, from all of that. Okay, so yes, so this is the reading for you. I hope that this helps you. Let me know in the comments how did this video help you. Okay, I'll see you again in my next video. So just in case if you selected this clip, let's see what you are doing, where you are in your spiritual journey. So first we have this card. It says that your mind is actually very sharp. Your mind is actually very still, maybe very well accustomed that you, yes, very sharp, very nicely aligned, that you are very sure you want to go on the spiritual journey. Okay, but where you are lagging behind is when you're just trying to do what you feel. Okay, spiritual journey is not what exactly you keep on feeling like doing. Sometimes it can just be your ego who is trying to trick you. Okay, so you're not supposed to dance at the tunes of your ego. Try to follow the journey, spiritual journey steps that are usually said that they will work. Okay, so just try to go out and attend some spiritual program. Yes, get a guru, listen to their what they are saying, follow the discipline that they have given. This is the reading. This is the card for recording crystals. Okay, if you draw this card, you are guided to open your mind to the new. Unexpected information may be revealed which will help you to comprehend the jigsaw of your life. If a recording crystal comes to you, relax and put it to your third eye so that you can absorb the sacred wisdom it holds. Okay, so yes, there are recording crystals also. Just try to find, on your local Amazon, whether those recording crystals are available or not. Recording crystal is something that you have to start using. Okay, put it on your third eye and see what wisdom you are absorbing from that. Yes, you will absorb wisdom through your third eye. This is the card about presence. Yes, this card says your guidance is to be fully present emotionally as well as physically for yourself and others. Okay, so what is going to be your spiritual journey? It is being in the now. Okay, so that is the best practice for you. Past is gone and churning about it is waste of energy. Yes, constantly dwelling in the past or dwelling in the future, the fear of what's going to happen in future is also going to be just a waste of energy. The future is yet to be written for you to manifest it with your current thoughts. Okay, make sure you focus your mind in positive and constructive way. So yes, your mind has to be focused on positive and constructive stuff. Presently, what's going to happen? Okay, this card is about goddess of heavenly ambrosia. Okay, purification from sin, pacification of worldly desires. Yes, you need to do this because you are yet not purified. Your soul is still it is yet to be purified. I have a very beautiful program called Soul Purification. Okay, so that is very much helpful for you to cleanse, yes, on the mind, body, soul level. If you are interested, do try to make sure that you check it out. Okay, I'll try to put the wait list. It's not available all the time. Okay, so I'll try to put the waitlist link below. If you are interested, just join the waitlist. Okay, yes, remedy for physical disease, liberation at the time of, yeah. So somehow this says that you need to purify from your sins, because yes, purifying from your sins, pacification of worldly desires is actually essential. Once you do that, you will be able to be better aligned on your spiritual journey. Okay, this card is of Lord Matsya, the fish avatar. Protection against natural disasters, security of seafarers and travelers, preserving ancient knowledge and traditions. You are supposed to preserve ancient knowledge and traditions. Don't try to go against any ancient knowledge, okay? Yes, try to follow it, try to stay aligned with it. Diplomacy, ability to provide support, steadiness and dependability, skills to manage contradictory forces. All of this is what you're supposed to develop. Okay. What exactly? Diplomacy. Yes. Ability to provide support. See, sometimes diplomacy is considered bad, okay, for a spiritual person. But here we have the card that is saying you have to maintain it. Because sometimes, living in this world is where you just cannot have just one facet. You will have a different face to show to the world. You have a different face when you are with your family, okay, which is totally fine. This card says develop diplomacy, ability to provide support, okay, steadiness and dependability, skills to manage contradictory force. So you need to learn contradictory force managing, okay. This says charging ahead to develop your spiritual, yes, developing your spirituality on the spiritual path. This also says that looking forward to move on your spiritual path. Okay. This card says best of yogis. Okay. So try to contact a good yogi if you want to stay aligned on your spiritual path. Follow a good yogi, follow a person who is like very strictly aligned on their path. Try to follow their discipline, try to attend their programs, try to do what they are saying, and you will be able to, yes, stay aligned on your path. The entire being given over to me is the most intimately united with me and is the best of all. Okay, so that is God's words, what he's trying to say. Okay, so yes, you have to be full of faith. Faith is essential so that yes, your entire being is actually taken care of. Okay, this card says this is the super soul. Okay, the super soul, who is super soul, that is God. From me alone come remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness. I am to be known by all the Vedas. I am the author of Vedanta and I alone know the Vedas. So it is God who knows the Vedas entirely. And when you try to connect with God, you try to constantly stay in contact with him, you will start actually getting Vedic wisdom. Okay, that you may not be able to memorize, you may not be able to learn otherwise. Okay, so yes, so this is the reading for you. I hope that this helps you. Okay, I'll try to see you again in my next video. Try to share this video with as many people as you can. Okay, and if you have liked this video, hit the like button, share this video with everybody whom you know, who want to know where they are in their spiritual path. And I will see you again in my next video. Until then, keep following the path of your soul's purpose, because you are born for a reason. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. When you click on the bell icon, select all notifications so that you get notified about all the videos that I upload.